It seemed as if the Magi, the three wise men, had returned to visit the UN here in Geneva. But these three wise men came in the name of Syrian Patriarchs, and their gifts were drawings and letters from children in Syria.
We were able to gather with the organization, the aid to the church in need, about 1,200,000 drawings and other appeals for children of Syria, Christian and Muslim allies, from all different schools, Christian schools, Muslim schools, government schools, appealing for peace.
No water in Aleppo, Syria. Intense fighting has again cut the power to pump water. 2 million people across the city face life-threatening water shortages. Children do most of the back-breaking work of carrying water from collection points to their homes. Unicef is trucking 1 million gallons of water daily to 300,000 of the most vulnerable people.
These children are the most vulnerable. So in the name of vulnerable, of victims, of suffering people, we are bringing, and this is the mission of the church, to be servant at home, but also to make hear the voice of the churches for peace, for relief, for love, for reconciliation in the whole world. And therefore we were able to meet in Brussels 11 different persons and here in Geneva.
Here at the UN Geneva, the three ambassadors of the children met with the UN High Commissioner for Refugees and the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. Press was not allowed during the meetings.
Really, it was a very good experience for us to meet those high people all over when we were in Brussels and now in Geneva. We rely on their wisdom, and we think that if they work together, that they can help us to stop this destructive war, and this is what they gave us the hope for the future.
1 week earlier, the head of the UN Special Envoy for Syria made a courageous offer to rebels and terrorists in Syria.
And if you did decide to leave in dignity and with your weapons to Idlib or anywhere you wanted to go, I personally am ready physically to accompany you.
The appeal for peace by Syrian children was a concrete reaction and answer to the joint declaration of Pope Francis and Russian Orthodox Patriarch Kirill. It was organized by the Pontifical Foundation Aid to the Church in Need that has provided $14 million so far in emergency aid during the war in Syria that persists 5 years now.
عمري 10 سنين. نص عمري 5 سنين.
5 سنين من كل عمري.
انهوا الحرب في سوريا.
Stop. End the war in Syria.
ونحن نأمل ونصلي إلى الله أن صرخات أطفالنا أن لا تضيع، صرخات أمهاتنا وبكاء ودموع أمهاتنا أن نعيد لها البسمة والأمل والفرح، وإن شاء الله الأمل قريب والله معنا وسيحقق لنا الأمن والاستقرار إن شاء الله في بلادنا. شكرا لكم.